This video is for students taking the course Personal and Spiritual Development in May 2011. My name is Richard Parrott, and I'll be your professor. And with introductions out of the way, let's get to the point. Imagine the God of the universe slipping up behind you, putting his arms around you and holding you tight as he whispers in your ear, "And what shall we create out of your life?" That's what this course is about. It's not theology, but there'll be some. It's not Bible, but there'll be some. This course is about you and God cooperating in creating a life that represents, that flourishes true to your best in Christ. And I look forward to it. Now, you've received some books. You've received one that probably looks like this. It's a monster. Put it aside. We're going to read it in class. Don't worry about it. I'll get you through that one. But there is one that you need to read before you come to class in May. And it's this book. It's my little book called My Soul Purpose. It's a dozen chapters. You won't have any difficulty getting through it. In fact, I kind of like it because it's got pretty big type. You'll read that, but there's more to it than just reading. It also comes with a journal. And as you read a chapter, you turn in the journal. You can see it says journal here on this side. And you complete the workbook. It'll ask you questions. You fill them in as you go along. There's a lot of assessments that you take. This pushes you to slow down, to think through, to consider what's going on in your life in Christ. When we get to class, we'll take this book and we flip it over, and you can see here are the spiritual conversations, and we'll be working through several of those during our class session. In addition to reading this book and working through the journal, you will then put together a short paper that you'll bring for the first day in class. And it's a reflection on your own soul life. You're going to talk about your soul purpose. What does it mean for you to live true to your best in Christ? You're going to talk about your soul crisis. When was your soul most in peril? When did your soul go through the wilderness? And third, you're going to talk about your soul journey. How do you make your choices to align with God's best for you? How do you build that heart of prayer? Who are those soul friends that you make this journey with? And now, I know you're accustomed to reading books and writing a critique. And if you'd like to write a critique of my book, I would appreciate it. But it won't count for this class, because that's not what I'm after. I'm looking at a critique of your own soul. What's going on inside of you? Soul purpose, soul crisis, soul journey. That's what you're going to bring to class. In addition, there is one more thing you need to bring to class. We're going to have a time to exchange spiritual resources. What are the resources that help you in your personal and spiritual development? Maybe there are authors and you want to bring one book to a show. Maybe there is music and you want to bring a CD or have something on your iPod that you could play. Maybe there's a piece of artwork that you like. Maybe you could, there's a place you like to go. So bring a map and show us where it is. But bring in 4 items that represent items, means, ways in which you develop your inner life, both personally and spiritually. And I think it's going to be a good experience together. Now, if you have questions, you can always get a hold of me. You have received the syllabus, and on that you'll see my email, and I'll get back to you in a timely manner as quickly as possible. One more thing I want to share with you. I love this. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I'll give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I'm gentle and humble in heart, and you'll find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy, my burden is light. That's the invitation for our week together. It's not going to be like any class you've had before. This is going to be a class that takes place primarily in the presence of your own soul and in the company of some wonderful soul friends. I'll see you in May.